My name is Omar Bailey, and footwear design is my passion. I always liked designing shoes, and I think a lot of it had to do with I tell people it had to do with the Jordan phenomenon in the mid-90s, where a lot of people wanted these shoes and they fought for these shoes. Some even killed for them, unfortunately. But I think the fact that my parents refused to buy me the shoes because they were afraid that it would be of a danger to me because they bought me a pair of shoes, they didn't get them. They didn't get them for me. My way of sort of rebelling against that idea that they had was to draw my own shoes. It wasn't a tangible product, but just the fact that I was able to replicate something that I would personally wear on paper really satisfied me, and it was really cool to see. I developed my niche by the internship experiences, New Balance, K-Swiss. And these weren't just regular internships. These were, we're gonna throw you in the fire and we expect results. And I was like, okay, cool. This is where I need to be. The very first shoe that I designed was called the New Balance 787. I like to call it the Flight 787. There's only 2 pairs of these things in the world. The other pair, I don't know where it is, but I have the other pair. Well, the first athlete that I worked with that I got to design a shoe for was Allen Houston, and that was really, really cool. His business manager reached out to me and said, "Omar, Allen wants to do a shoe. We want to know if you can help us." And I'm not going to say no. I was like, yeah, I could definitely help. Funny thing is actually is that when I was in the 10th grade, I actually designed a shoe for him and put the name on it and called it the H2O. During the 2008 MLB season, Gary Sheffield, Lassen's Millich of the Washington Nationals, Craig Monroe of the Minnesota Twins, Shannon Stewart of the Toronto Blue Jays, and Jose Guillen, actually, of the Kansas City Royals, are all wearing the shoes. One of the milestone moments was when Carlos Guillen wore my baseball cleats in the All-Star game. Well, the thing that I enjoy most and why I enjoy it most is when I give back or in speaking to kids and sharing with them is the reaction and the response that I get. And it's something that's I'm just passionate about, because in the back of my mind, I know that there's younger kids out there who wants to design shoes, or maybe wants to design something else, but they just have no idea the outlets of which they can do it in. It's cool because I love sharing that with kids, especially that you can dream about doing something and you can actually do it. And in terms of where I've spoken, I always go back to my alma mater, well, both of my alma maters, both high school and college, the University of Cincinnati and the Dreyfus School of the Arts back home in South Florida. And I also had some opportunities to do some speaking and workshops overseas. Last spring, back in 2008, I had an opportunity to travel over to Holland at Leiden University and some other countries. And then I also had an opportunity to speak at Hong Kong Polytech University in Hong Kong, China, in Kowloon. So that was interesting as well. But this class was actually a footwear design class. It was actually an all-female class, which was really interesting. It was 19 students, 18 of them were Chinese, and one of them was from Russia. So that was a really cool experience in sharing with them. Starting your own business is definitely one of the toughest things to do. I wouldn't say at the time it wasn't a risk for me. It was just something that I wanted to do. It had a lot to do with the last internship that I had when I was in Southern California. I'll never forget it, but he actually had a check stub laying around, of all things, from an account that paid him. And it was like 50 grand, and I never seen a check with that many zeros on it before. And I was like, whoa, wait a second. I said, this guy's doing that well. I said, I know I can do this myself. I'm doing all the design work. I didn't have the capital, but I knew I had contacts, and I knew if I could go back to some of these people and let them know what I was doing, I know that they would support me because I have pretty good relationships with them. Now, 3 years later, it's amazing. I mean, sometimes I walk into the showroom and I just look around and I just say, like, dang, like it's just amazing to see the portfolio grow as I look back on it. So Bright Idea Design Studios Inc. is my company that I started back in 2006. How do you take a design and develop it into a commercial product that somebody can wear? That's what we do. We commercialize your product and we prepare it so that you can take it to retail. My management team comprises of people that I love and I trust that are around me, and we're all working together in one common goal. We've been working really hard of late on our niche markets. These niche markets consist of government, festivals, hotels, sports, and our main niche, which is educational institutions. And that program is actually called Shoes to Schools. It's a program that we developed as a profit sharing mechanism or opportunity for us to develop a product of footwear, which in this particular case is sandals, that a school can use to brand their school with their logos on it and sell this product, and we give the school 60% of the profits. Shoes to Schools originally started for my alma mater, the Dreyfus School of the Arts. I designed a sandal for the school, and right now we were actually fortunate enough to be able to get 1,500 pairs of these sandals made, actually, and we expect it to be really successful. We're getting a lot of really good feedback from the parents and the students and people who went to the school or general supporters of the program. They love the idea. It's different. It's never been done before. We're also actually working with the armed forces. In this particular case, the United States Air Force developed a shower sandal, as we call them, based on our third product in our sandal line, which is our higher end, high performance / recovery sandal that they can wear. And we did it in the sage green color that represents their uniform color. A major part of the development for Bright Ideas has been the relationship and contribution from the Paragon Foundation. They really helped and made a difference. You know, this is something that started in my little bedroom back home in West Palm Beach, and there is where I got the name The Shoe Guy, and it flourished into something that I still love doing. All I can say is shoes.